Welcome to this webinar. I'm Vilas Kulkarni and I head the Global Portal Practice of Datamatics. I'll be presenting this webinar and I'll be supported by my colleague Xavier Anthony, who is the technical architect. I head the Global Portal Practice and we have done a lot of development and enhancement projects, portals for wide range of customers around the globe, and these portals, they cover wide range of technologies, both licensed as well as open source platforms. So during this process, our focus has been mainly to explore the possibility of ensuring maximum returns that our clients could get from their portal investments. And we see that there's tremendous scope of creativity to achieve that. And in this webinar, I'm going to share a few of those ideas with you. And initially in general, and subsequently I'll take up a case from the automobile manufacturer client and share those ideas in that context. So as we see, the portals in the last 15 years could be split into 6 generations, and that's been generally accepted and agreed by analysts like Gartner. And as we could see that during these 6 generations, the portals have graduated in terms of capabilities, features, and of course it has been supported by the technical advancements in this area. Currently, the generation current time could be considered as a UXP generation or generation 7 for the portals, and UXP term has been coined by Gartner. And as you can see on the slide, that UXP means user experience platform, and as we could see that there are certain features as mentioned in the figure which are required for making portal more and more usable. But currently, none of the portal vendors can provide all those features. So although it is a requirement, but we could see that the portal vendors would be able to provide a unified platform to provide all these features maybe by 2015. Currently, there are many vendors, portal vendors, who are in the forefront of this race, as few of them mentioned by Gartner are Microsoft, SharePoint, IBM, Oracle, LifeRail, and there are a few others. So these features, since they are not provided by the single platform, are being provided by integration with external products or technologies. And they need to be integrated to keep these features. Now we have analyzed what is it that differentiates this UXP portal from the traditional portals that are available in the market right now. So these are the 6 key areas which are differentiating a UXP from a normal portal available these days. As you could see, say if I take context, then in context, it actually means providing the right information to the right person at the right time. So, context could be based on location, based on the person, based on the device that is being accessed, or something else. So, you could see that this again is a pretty open term where there is a lot of scope for creativity, and of course technology can play a supportive role here. If you speak about social media, then you can integrate your portal with famous social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Google+, or you can have blogs and forums to understand the user's experience, user feedback, and influence their behavior for your business advantage. So here also there is a lot of scope for creativity to play a role for increasing the utility of the portal, and technology plays a supportive role. If you speak about analytics, then it means basically to keep your portal up and running always and in the top rank, and that is possible by ensuring you regularly track the usage behavior on the portal and take corrective actions on the fly so that you don't lose any time anywhere. So again, there's tremendous scope of creativity here to enhance this feature, whereas technology plays a supportive role. Mobility, again, making your portal ubiquitous, accessible from anywhere, and as you could see, multiple devices or gateways for accessing portals are coming into the market. And again, here technology plays a supportive role. You can make it more and more user-friendly by using your creativity. Same applies to search, same applies to e-com solutions, wherein you can decide the workflows which are extremely useful for the user, and that again is decided by creativity. Of course, the implementation becomes easier because of the technological advancements. So what I would see in this particular case is that in all these areas, the journey from current portals to the UXP, the technology plays a supportive role. There's huge scope for creativity, and that's where we are focusing. Now you could see that a portal goes through these three high-level stages: strategy, implementation, and then operations, where the support activities take place. And we at Datamatics, we actively participate into all these stages of portal, and I have given various high-level activities that are required to be done under all those stages. Now, as I mentioned some time back, by using your creativity, you can increase the user experience and enhance usability to whatever extent possible. Believing in that feature, we had discussions with Gartner also, and they have also supported this idea and agreed to that. And that's the reason we are building our expertise in this area so that we can increase the usability, which will definitely help us improve the returns from investments that our clients are making on the portals. Now, our philosophy about increasing usability is keep the user requirement and user experience on the top of your mind during the initial conceptualization stage till the final stage of implementation and support. Now, honestly speaking, currently if we see, then usability is being considered during the later part of the design and implementation, and generally it is restricted to the user interface, look and feel type of thing, which has very limited role to play in the usability. Our understanding is even when you are conceptualizing the portal, that time itself keeping your end users in mind plays a huge role in having high level of usability in your portal, and that's what we focus on. So, as you could see, even during the strategy phase, the vision and portal features, they come first, the technological solution comes later on. And if we do that throughout all phases, then usability is going to be will be enhanced multiple times, and that will be something which will help in getting better returns from the portal investments. Now the question is why we are speaking so much about usability. Why is it so important? If you see, for any investment to be successful, it is extremely important that the intended recipients, they buy that idea and accept it. So in this particular case, your portal or entire system, the end user should buy that idea and actually use it. Statistics, they say that more than 50% of the cases where portal project has failed to give the expected returns is mainly because of lack of acceptance by the intended users. Now, when you have acceptance by that, and if it is highly usable, then definitely it helps in faster decision making. And statistics, they say that the decision making could be at least 25% faster if the usability is being considered consciously. And of course, if you have faster decision making and highly usable workflows, then productivity is bound to increase, and with these small considerations, the statistics they say that at least 20 to 25% productivity is achieved very easily, purely because of this parameter. Hence, we see that usability is extremely important parameter, and this is one of the parameters that we have identified to improve the returns from your portal investments. So our general approach on having higher usability is we have domain-specific approach. For each domain, the requirements are different, the business users are different, their requirements are different, the workflows would be different, their pain points would be different. So that's the reason we pick up a particular domain and build our expertise in that, so that the huge scope of creativity that we have to have the better user experience can be achieved in a much better way. As mentioned some time back, we keep user convenience on top during all phases of the portal development and support maintenance later on. And while designing the entire system, we also consider the popular pain points and challenges that each of these domains or users have, and that definitely helps us in addressing their issues and making it highly useful and usable. And once we have done that, then of course we have wide range of technologies available, platforms available, and once we are clear upon what we exactly need, then we pick up the right technology or combination of technologies. Now, since currently we don't have a unified UXP platform, so of course we have to pick up a platform first, portal platform, which addresses most of these requirements, and later on supplement them by integrating them with other standard products available in the market. And for each of the platforms, we have identified the complementary or supplementary technologies which works well with that platform, and to some extent we have created connectors also wherever it is required, so that the development process could be faster. Now, till this time I covered the idea of usability. I'll cover one more idea of extending the portal scope, and these are few of the ideas that we have for improving the usability of the portal or returns from the portal investment. Second idea is, like, if we go by classic definition of a portal, then portal is something which gives you a unified, user-friendly view of information which is gathered from multiple sources. And that definition itself is pretty open and giving large scope of enhancing the scope. But unfortunately, general understanding about portal is a website which gives some elementary information, and that restricts us from extracting maximum benefit or extracting or exploring the potential of the portal. Now, what we have done is, apart from the normal portal activities, we have extended them to other systems that we have within the organization. So, for example, for one of the clients, we integrated the portal with their ERP system, SAP, and it gave a lot of benefits. Similarly, in another case, we have integrated that with their learning management system. One of the clients that we are working with have close to 60 bespoke applications developed which are integrated with their portal. These bespoke applications either are related to automating their business process, or it is providing certain supporting some another workflow, and integrating with that portal helps us in bringing that business process in sync with the core business, and the benefits coming out of that will get multiplied numerous times. So, idea here is we should not restrict our portal just to a website and information providing platform, but we can extract benefits to core business processes by integrating them with the other applications or other systems that are available in the organization. And any organization, I have just shown on this slide some representative systems, but it can be extended, and we do have experience on integrating our portals with all these systems that we have mentioned here, and that gives you tremendous benefit from the investment with just incremental effort and cost. Now, when you the previous slide, integrated portal with other systems could be called as integrated business ecosystem, and my suggestion would be to extend its reach in all the three areas where the portal can serve. It is basically intranet within the organization, extranet for the business partners, and internet for the common users, that is to the entire world. So selectively using this scope of the portal reach, we can further enhance its usability and benefits. So, till now I have covered two of the ideas that we have developed and implemented for our clients. Now I'll take up a case for an automobile manufacturer, and as I mentioned, we start from the user requirements first and then pick up the technology. So I'll just take a particular scenario here and show what our approach would be for addressing that particular scenario and coming up with the integrated business environment solution that would best be suited here so that it gives maximum benefits to the client. Now, if I look at an automobile manufacturer, then I could see that there are a huge number of internal departments, as you could see. All of them are equally important. All of them have key role to play. All of them, they need to interact with other departments within the organization plus outside the organization. And all of them, they hold some data which is useful for them and could definitely be useful for other units within the organization. If I see similar situation in case of vendors, huge number of external vendors, all of them are equally important. They all need to work together. They all need to collaborate with others, and they all have some important data which needs to be, which is important for somebody apart from them. So it's very important for them to work along with other departments. Now, after the sales, yes, the organization, the manufacturer has their sales offices, dealer offices, support centers, and that also is a big number. And they also, they need to closely collaborate with the organization as well as the vendors for performing their day-to-day operations. Now consider a scenario wherein this vendor, I'm just taking one scenario, wherein this manufacturer needs to roll out a new model in the market, and of course the business wants them to roll it out fast, and so that they get maximum share in the market and beat the competition. Now if you look at that scenario, just one scenario, I'm sure there would be a number of scenarios for this organization, but if you just consider this scenario, then it has three high-level phases. One is planning and concept development, wherein you conceptualize the idea, you decide the style of the model, you do market research to supplement these ideas so that you can further enrich your concept and style. Then a lot of other pre-development activities, and side by side you need to handle your commercials as to what should be the cost and what should be the price targets for this model. I'm taking it at a bit higher level. Next stage would be actual car development, wherein you design that, you come up with a prototype, you roll it out at different locations around the globe possibly, and then evaluate that based on the feedback received from the end users and different sources. Then that information needs to fed back to the planning and concept phase, wherein you would have to see whether you need to make any changes, anything. And then finally you get into the production and sales. There also we need to be always keeping all the departments in sync so that your model is launched successfully as per your expectations. So point here is, throughout this process, all the internal departments that we had mentioned, all the vendors that we have mentioned earlier, and all the dealers, sales officers, everyone need to work very closely in close collaboration. Any mismatch can impact the schedule and hence the final business. So considering this case, only this scenario and this case, we could see that it is extremely important for the business to have seamless collaboration over these multiple divisions. One point. The next is, it is extremely important that all the departments involved have easy access to a useful data for faster decision making. When I say useful data, it's not raw data, but processed data customized for the requirement of the particular user. It's extremely important for faster decision making. And then it is extremely important to have high traceability to roll out changes fast and cost effective. Say there is a scenario, unfortunate scenario, when you have rolled out the first model, but we have seen that it happens in many cases. Once the model hits the road, there is certain feedback that comes, maybe in terms of problem or in terms of user expectation. Then definitely one can't do a patchwork by just changing that. They need to have high traceability up to the planning stage, wherein they would need to see why this was done like this, why this decision was taken, and that information needs to be available immediately. Once you have that information, then only any decisions on changes would be done, and by the fact that this traceability is there, the chances of me taking correct decisions would be really enhanced and faster decisions would be really enhanced. So that's extremely important. Now, once a decision is taken to say change something, then it is definitely going to impact few of the vendors who are going to supply, few of the internal divisions, and to ensure that they need to do minimum changes and hence most cost effectively, it's extremely important to trace what is going to be impacted precisely and communicated accordingly, and that too very fast. So it's having the integrated data from all the vendors, from all the departments, and getting it in a useful view is extremely important, and getting it fast is also extremely important to handle these cases. So these are just few requirements I'm mentioning. I'm sure that in the practical case there will be a big list, but just to highlight our approach and concept, I have just taken these three for simplicity. Now considering these areas, these key requirements, we come up with a proposed solution which my colleague Rive will explain.
Thank you, Lars. Actually, for collaboration, we had researched a lot of products, and we concluded that the SharePoint is one of the best products for achieving the portal collaboration. Okay, SharePoint by default has got a lot of inbuilt services available, which you can achieve collaboration with external systems such as ERP, CRM, supply chain, and PLM systems very easily. This is achieved with the help of SharePoint Business Connector architecture, which is internally web services, which connects with various other external systems. Like I explained to you, such as SAP, and you can see if it is an ERP or if it is a CRM with a Oracle, it can be either also a civil CRM. you can easily integrate these particular systems with the help of the SharePoint business connectivity. What's happened with the system is like you will be able to replicate the data into your system, you can clear on the data, and you can also do a predictive analysis for your data to see that how you can improve your productivity. Let me show you some figures where you can see what different organizations have achieved over a period of time, with the help of like integration. You can see 3 different companies are put up here. First is International Truck Engineering Corporation. After they implemented the portal, they saw annual return of 371%. Okay. And they saved approximately 26,700 work hours, which resulted in a cost savings of 1.5 million. Another organization, AudioVox Electronic Corporation, they rolled out a portal with approximately $1,600. Okay, and this portal in fact resulted in a saving of approximately $2.7 million US. Another major implementer for the portal was the US Coast Guard, okay, where they integrated a portal with the supply chain and an ERP portal, okay, and this provided a single view to the decision makers, okay, and they were able to start saving approximately, you can say, $500,000 in the first year itself. These are just a few of the companies which you see that have really benefited with achieving collaboration. You see, and each of you all can actually go on to achieve this collaboration and see the benefits which will be realized. Okay, I'm going to hand it back to Ulaf.
Thanks, Vivek. So, taking it further, we have worked for quite good names from the manufacturing industry, as you could see. These are just representative names. We have worked for them, both from automobile as well as consumer electronic good manufacturers, both development and support for them. So, I can conclude the entire webinar mentioning these points. Return of investment from portals can be increased substantially, as you could see. I've just elaborated on 2 areas. I'm sure there are a lot of ideas which can further enhance the returns of investment. Technology plays an important but supportive role here, and there's huge scope of creativity to further increase these returns, and that's the area we are focusing on, and we are going domain specific so that we have expertise in those areas, and that has shown wonders to our customers, and we would like to offer that to our new customers as well. With this, I'll get to the question session.